Everybody, this is SVL Free News and Views for Friday, September the 14th. Actually, I'm filming this on Thursday afternoon. I wanted to give you a feel. There's a lot of traffic coming out here to the shopping area because people have heard Iredell County is in a state of emergency. It was declared on Thursday morning in a special meeting with the county commissioners, and now in the site you see on the side of the road, I've seen a lot of power trucks getting ready for the storm, at the aftermath of the storm, and now we've heard that we may be getting more rain than we initially anticipated. So everybody go ahead and stock up and get ready for a long weekend with Florence as your friend this weekend, and stay safe and be prudent out there. So I want to thank our sponsors, Mitchell College, Randy Marion, Piedmont Healthcare, Blue Harbor Bank, Fast Fill's Key to Escape, The Escape Room, Statesville Family YMCA, and Crossroads Cycling. Maybe it's not a weekend to cycle, but maybe next week you can get you a bike and get out there in Iredell County. Two things that are going to be going on this weekend are still on. Art Crawl in downtown Statesville on Friday night is still a go, and we talked to Marin Tomlin about that. In fact, she's going to be our interview here and talk about that and more things going on in downtown Statesville. And secondly, Full Bloom Film Festival kicks off on Thursday night, and it also runs through Friday and Saturday. And there, as far as we know, they're all still on. So get out there and experience those two events. We can get out there and do that. So first of all, let's go to Mike Fuhrman sat down with Marin Tomlin to talk about all things in downtown Statesville with the Downtown Statesville Development Corporation. Marin Tomlin wants to give us a preview of some other things that are coming up this fall in downtown Statesville.
So let's take a listen. I'm here today with Marin Tomlin, the Executive Director of Downtown Statesville Development Corporation. Marin, thanks for joining us.
Absolutely, thank you.
A lot of exciting events coming on soon in downtown Statesville, starting with the Fall Art Crawl, which is Friday night, and that's going on.
It is going to happen, yes. So yeah, the fall for downtown is a very busy time with events, and those are all kicking into high gear. And we debated about Art Crawl and what do we do, but when you have over 50 artists in over 30 locations, there's a lot of moving parts, and it just, we looked at the weather closely, and I think we're going to be okay for tomorrow night. And when everything kind of slowed down, we weren't sure what was going to happen next week, so we're moving forward. So come on out, please. Art Crawl is Friday the 14th from 5:30 to 8:30. It will be a great night. You know, there's no football, high school football. So everyone come on out to downtown and buy some artwork and go have a great dinner somewhere and do some shopping in all of our downtown shops. It's going to be a great night. Tons of music happening. There is going to be a program available on our website and our Facebook page, so if people want to download it early and
make
a plan.
PDF?
It will be a PDF.
So we'll get that and try to include in our email edition too.
Perfect. Okay, and so there's going to be music at 220 Cafe. You've got Matson Adams. You've got Broad Street Burger. Homemade Sin is playing there. Delaney's has Ed Blankenship. Risto's has Cindy and Randy Floyd. Roots Outdoor is going to be open, but not officially open. It's a new store that's going to be opening in October in downtown Statesville. Carla Kincaid will be playing there, as well as Xander. Unwind is having Opal Moon. Wine Maestro is having Courtney, Lynn, and Quinn. And Yours Truly Boutique outside under the awning will be the 5 till 5 Brass Quintet. So lots of great music happening throughout the night.
Well, and there's a lot of things that happen behind the scenes and coordination to pull this together. I'm sure you couldn't do it without some sponsors.
No, you are absolutely right. Yeah, so we would like to thank Allen Tate Realtors, Sherry Bistreich and Associates with Ameriprise Financial Services, and Statesville Jewelry and Loan for their support of this event. So yeah.
Well, it's a fun event. The Art Crawl and the Wine Walk are two things that bring lots of people downtown, and the city is vibrant all the time, but probably never more vibrant than on those 2 days.
Well, and Pumpkin Fest and Halloween and Christmas and Friday After Fives.
Okay, it's always vibrant.
It's always vibrant, yes.
So this is the first event kind of your busy fall, winter season. You mentioned some of the other things coming up. Is it Hops and Harmony?
Next up is Hops and Harmony Craft Brew Fest. So that's on October 6th. It's the first Saturday in October. It is a craft beer festival. It's a ticketed event. Tickets are $35. It's unlimited tastings, but at the gate they do go up to $40. So if you want to get your ticket in advance, you can save $5. Right now we have more than 25 breweries signed up to participate in that. So we'll have local food vendors. We're going to have some great. So we've got some really great bands that are going to be a part of Hops and Harmony. We'll have Eli Yassine. I have a hard time with his last name. Next up we have Cottle Creek playing, and then we're going to be having Striking Copper which is a Wilmington-based band. Too bad they weren't here this weekend.
Right.
But they are a vocal harmony-driven roots rock band from Wilmington, and it's fronted by a redheaded twin sister. So come on out. It's going to be a great event. Last year we had a little bit of rain during it, but everyone that was there had a fabulous time regardless. So we're looking forward to a really, really great event this year. And we've got some great sponsors for that event too, if I could run through those. Broad Street Burger Company, Aero Mechanical, AP Vintage Motors, Autech Car Wash, and then we've got Pandemic Printworks, Wine Maestro, Jenkins Cleaners, John Barnard CPA, Parks Dieter Property Management, Sherry Bistrich and Associates, Blue Harbor Bank, Johnson Greenhouses, and Walker Robinson Clark Insurance. So and like I said, we anticipate we're going to have close to 30 breweries. We've got a few more that we're waiting to respond, so it'll be a good time.
Well, based on the crowds I've seen...
Have you ever been?
Well, I'm going to talk about something else.
But have you ever been to Hops and Harvest?
No, I haven't been.
You need to go.
But I'd say, based on the crowds I've seen at the new brewery downtown...
Yes, and so we do have Fourth Creek Brewery that's going to be a part of the event, as well as, fingers crossed, Red Buffalo Brewing Company, which is going to be located on North Center Street, and they hope to be open by then, or at least have their beer brewed by then, so yeah.
Okay, so we transition right out of Harps and Harmony, then you have the Haunted Statesville Tours?
Yes, Haunted Statesville Tours, and I'm actually getting ready to go talk to Rotary about that. So Haunted Statesville Tours, we're in about our 9th year of doing this event. We have 2 weekends in October. It's a walking tour, a guided walking tour of downtown, about an hour and a half long, $10 a person. And you hear the tales and stories of Statesville's past and some of the eerie things that have happened over the years. So, and what's interesting is we put the tickets on sale just a couple weeks ago, and we now are 25% sold out. And the majority of those people are coming from out of town.
That's great.
Yes,
That's
so we're
great.
excited about that.
And then you go right into Pumpkin Fest.
Yeah. Yes. So first Saturday in November, so November 3rd this year, we have our largest community festival in downtown Statesville. And it's from 10 to 5, and over 100 vendors and great music and great festival food and cornhole and community stage dancing groups and karate groups. It's just a
Pumpkin smashing.
Pumpkin smashing.
Pumpkin bowling.
Pumpkin pie eating contest.
Anything you can do with a pumpkin.
And we also have a wood or a chainsaw artist that's going to be a part of Pumpkin Fest this year, and they'll be doing some demonstrations.
So very, very busy time in downtown Statesville. Tell us a little bit about the other things that are going on besides the events.
Yeah.
Right.
So, well, a lot of it's been working with some new businesses that have been moving into downtown and trying to help them through that process. One of them being Fourth Creek Brewing Company. What's interesting is we started working with them probably 3 years ago. So a lot of these things take a long time to come to fruition. So, but doing a lot with the existing businesses and helping them through some marketing things, just marketing downtown as a whole to get people to come here, not just for our events, but to shop and dine and do business with all of our professionals. Working with Randy's Barbecue through their process, and just actually I went on a tour of that building. It is spectacular.
And when's the opening date for that?
Well, he didn't tell me an actual opening date. They are looking to hire people. So, but there is just a little bit of work to do with the equipment in the kitchen. But everything looks fabulous down there. So excited to have them in Statesville. Working with Roots Outdoor, which will be moving into 201 West Broad Street, and just beyond thrilled that the property owner was able to find a tenant that he was really interested in working with to get that building back into functioning, usable space. And so we're working on a lot of that. We're also working on public art. Public art is important. It creates, it's placemaking. And placemaking is economic development, because if you don't have a place that people want to be and it has a unique vibe, industry isn't going to move to your community. People don't want to move here. So we are working on a new project that we had hoped to be able to unveil during the art crawl, but just it isn't going to happen tomorrow. But it's going to be an outdoor banner gallery. And we have selected 5 pieces of artwork, and we've had them transposed and printed onto 10 by 6 feet pieces of mesh banner. And they're going to be installed on the wall beside of New Way shoes. And they'll be up for a whole year, and then we'll rotate them out. So it is going to be spectacular. But we'll plan an event to do that unveiling, hopefully in the next couple weeks. So we're excited about that, as well as the sculpture garden. You know, during art crawl, they're going to be unveiling 4 new sculptures. So this is a rotational exhibit that happens every year. So during the September art crawl, the Statesville Appearance Commission, as well as the Sculpture Statesville group, works to select different pieces. Normally it's between 4 and 5 pieces, and so those will be on display during the art crawl. And so you're going to have one called Double Star, one's called Con, Faith, and Bunny. So, and then of course the big push to get Williamston, the horse. If you don't know who Williamston is, the Appearance Commission and the Sculpture Committee are working to raise funds to permanently relocate him over here in front of, at the corner of North Meeting and West Broad Street. So yeah, we're excited about that. And then of course we're still working on the Coca-Cola ghost mural restoration. It's been approved, Coca-Cola's approved it, the city's approved it. It's just trying to get into their schedule with their artists. So I'm hoping that we'll have that mural completed, I'm hoping by Pumpkin Fest, but fingers crossed on that one. So, and then also working on the development of properties, trying to continue to work with the city on the Vance Hotel, to see kind of where the next steps are. I know we're waiting on council to get a report back from the School of Government, and then once they have that, they can make a decision, and then we have a direction to head on that.
So it's an exciting time for downtown Statesville. I mean, just to look at some of the new businesses like Key to Escape, the Escape Room, that is bringing a lot of people into Statesville.
Absolutely.
The brewery, I think, is going to be very successful. Having a second brewery is going to bring more people to downtown. We have the second cycling shop open downtown. The restaurants are busy in the evenings. Do you see like a next step? You know, we've gotten to where we are today. If you look down the road 2-3 years, how will downtown Statesville be different?
What I see as our goal as Downtown Statesville Development Corporation is the redevelopment of the second floors of these buildings. There's a whole other downtown. I mean, and it's major redevelopment, because one of the issues is that you have buildings that don't have access to the front sidewalks or to the back sidewalks. So when you're talking about redeveloping a second floor, whether it's for office or residential, it's a whole building redevelopment. Front facade has to be redone so that you have a stairwell to the, to access the second floor as a separate exit, and it's getting new private investment to come into the community to help make that process through the redevelopment a more streamlined and customer friendly process, and then trying to get some of our existing property owners to see the value in potentially redeveloping what they currently have. So that's where a lot of our goals are.
So it's not a small undertaking, like you said. So if you look at the Clock Tower building, everybody's like, that is the greatest building. That's $1 million or more to probably upfit that building to code and sprinkler systems and all those other things. And
that's without somebody purchasing the property.
Right.
So yeah, if we can get existing property owners to see the value or to understand the process better, and to help them through that, it's a more feasible project, without having someone to buy it and then do that, because it just adds on additional cost to a project. So if it takes $1.2 million to renovate it as is, well, if somebody's going to sell it, then you're looking at potentially 1.5 to 2 million, depending on that. So yeah, lots of work to do.
Well, thank you for taking the time to talk with us today. I'm confident the weather's going to be good for Art Crawl, and I hope you have good weather for all of your other outdoor events. I know that it's a critical component to success.
It is tough, yes, and we've had some challenges the last several years, so I'm hoping this is a good year for all of our events.
All right, thank you, Marin.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Okay, so there you have it. Lots to do in downtown Statesville coming up, and the Full Bloom Film Festival this weekend, and also the Art Crawl. So stay tuned for all those events. We'll be covering all those events and more throughout the fall. So if you haven't done it yet, go to svlfreenews.com and sign up for your email editions, which comes out every morning at 5 a.m. We'll keep you informed on all things, give you up to date on all the things going on with Florence and so forth. So folks, stay safe, be vigilant, and hope to see you on Monday, and we'll get back some reports, and feel free to send us a message of anything that you have, any pictures or anything like that. So stay safe, and let's beat Florence. So see you on Monday.